Hey beautiful people, how are you doing? I hope we're all doing well. Just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who has subscribed to my channel and all those who have watched my last video. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about how to deal with mental health issues, especially during this lockdown. Okay, we're going to be not to run mad in this period. So yeah, just keep watching. So before I actually start, there's a few myths that I really want to debunk, right? And the first myth is, you know, when you tell people they need to snap out of it, they need to stop doing this, they need to stop feeling sad, or they need to stop feeling depressed or anxious or anything like that. Please, if you're one of those people that keeps telling people they should stop feeling like that, please stop, because you actually don't know how deep the issue is for that person. So don't tell someone that, oh, just snap out of it. They cannot snap out of it sometimes, especially if it's like a situational issue. What I mean by that is that sometimes something might happen to someone and it causes them to, you know, fall into some mental health issue, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it's PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. So we really need to be careful when we are dealing with, you know, our friends, our family, or our loved ones. So the second myth I really want to debunk is this whole notion that, you know, having some kind of like a mental health issue is like a demonic thing. Please, it's a lie. Sometimes it's not demonic. Sometimes, you know, people are just not in the best place mentally. And if you're watching this and you're not in the best place mentally, just understand that it's absolutely okay. It's okay. Do not let anyone, you know, put pressure on you to be telling you snap out of it. Sometimes you actually cannot snap out of it, and it's okay. It's fine. Okay? So that's the second myth. Third myth that I want to debunk is this whole notion of, oh, don't worry, they are just being lazy or whatever. If you're one of those people who thinks people who have mental health issues are lazy and stuff, you really need to stop it. Sometimes they are not lazy. Sometimes it's just there's something going on with them. And especially during this pandemic and during this lockdown or what, we really need to be mindful of those that are around us. So I'm going to get started on what I'm supposed to actually talk about. I'm going to talk about a few tips to help us to keep sane, especially during this pandemic. I'm going to share maybe 3-4 tips to help us all. So the first one is our sight. So about what we are looking at. What are you reading? What is on your wallpaper? What is on your lock screen? What is in your room? What is on the walls? What are you looking at? Because what it literally ingrains in your mind, okay? So like on your wallpaper, on your wall screen, you can put a nice motivating quote in there, you know, something to just help you and things like that. You know, that would really help. So please let us be mindful of what we are seeing. What are you seeing? What is on your phone? What are you reading about, even online? Especially for those who still like to read newspapers, please be careful of what you are reading, because you are being fed with so much information on a daily basis. So please be careful. Second tip is making sure that you are listening to the right things. Please don't be one of those people who you are constantly watching every single news channel. So you're watching BBC, you're watching RTE, you're watching the Sky News. You're just switching from channel to channel, which doesn't really, I don't really think that's the best option, because to be honest, they are all saying the same thing. All those channels, they are all saying the same thing. Trust me, it's just a different person saying it in a different way. That's just what it is. So the reason we have to be careful about what we're hearing is the fact that whatever you're hearing can actually create some kind of a fear or some kind of a negative emotion in you. So you have to be extremely careful about what you're listening to, even conversations you're having as well. Make sure that the conversations you're having with your loved ones, your friends, your family, they are not all about COVID, the pandemic and stuff like that. Make sure you keep up with them. Make sure you talk about other things that does not involve the pandemic. Ask them about what has been going on in their life, and just to kind of take your mind away from the whole pandemic, you know? So the third thing, and this one is maybe the most important one for me, is about our taste. So I'm going to talk about food. So what are we eating? What are we putting inside our body? Because we can be saying that, oh, we have, we're feeling some kind of a way, or we're becoming anxious or stuff like that. But we need to realize that it's what you're putting in your body that is causing that reaction. You know, there's that saying that goes like, you are what you eat. And I know it sounds harsh and everything, but it's actually the reality. We are what we eat. Whatever you put in your body is literally converting it and it's using it. So if it's something bad you're putting inside your body, it's going to give you back negative outcomes. If you're putting in good things into your body, it's going to give you back positive. So the Mental Health Foundation put up this article online, and it basically talks about how food relates with our mental health. And I really like this article. I'm going to put the link to the article below so you can go and check it out. Before I move forward, I need to put a disclaimer here just to say that I'm not a psychologist. I am not a... So please, whatever advice I'm giving here, just know that it is my own opinion. Okay, so before you want to change your diet or switch to taking any of these things I'm going to talking about, make sure that you call maybe your GP just to make sure that it's safe for you to proceed, especially if you have, you know, underlying health conditions or you're currently undergoing some kind of a health treatment. Please do not just change and switch your diet. Make sure you consult. I know when the pandemic and everything and nobody wants to go to the hospital, but you can still phone up the GP. I know for the UK you can dial the NHS number and they'll give you more advice on what to do. Okay, so the Mental Health Foundation article talks about a few foods to actually help us to have a better mental health. First one is vitamin B. So the article talks about how if you have a low level of vitamin B in your system, in your body, then it can actually trigger a lot of mental health issues. So it might just be a low level of vitamin B and we don't know. Again, I know we're in the pandemic and nobody wants to go to the hospital, but I mean, it's something that you can look into. Maybe get some things done, or ask your doctor if there's any way you can boost your vitamin B levels. The second thing the article talks about is low folic acid, right? So if there's low folic acid in our body, it can trigger you to have some mental health issues as well. Again, I'm going to put the link to this Mental Health Foundation article in my description box so you can check it out, okay? And read it for yourself. Read the whole document yourself and do your own research before you change any part of your diet. The point I'm going to talk about is praying. Yes, praying can actually help to improve your mental health. Now, it doesn't matter what religion you are, whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you are a Hindu, you're a Buddhist, you are atheist, whatever religion or mindset that you have, it doesn't really matter. Now, I read this research a few years ago. I tried to find it on the internet, but I cannot find it again. But basically the research, like the result of the research shows that people who pray more often, they are less likely to suffer from mental health issues like, let's say, post-traumatic stress disorder or anxiety, because you have released the worry or the situation, you've released it to a higher being, so it kind of calms your nerves down, you know. Anyway guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching to this very end. If you have, well done. I want you to thumbs up this video, like it, share and subscribe. Anyway, till next time, I'll see you guys later. Please make sure that you keep staying safe. All right, okay, bye.